What's going on YouTube? Welcome to another Stock Talk Daily Analysis. This is actually my second time recording this video because I did not press the record button and I talked my ass off for 15 minutes and here we go and I gotta do it all over again. So here we go, 7 mistakes day traders make, and I'm actually very excited to do this because a lot of people are keep asking me, hey, like, what can I do to improve? I have literally people getting my email saying, "Hey, can you call me for like half an hour? Can we do a Skype chat? Can we do some training?" And I'm getting a lot of comments and I'm getting good feedback from YouTube, which I'm really happy about. But I want to just go over everything so you guys are aware and how you guys can fix these mistakes that you guys might be doing without even knowing about it. So number one, we have going in unprepared. How many times have you gone into a stock without knowing any clue about the stock, not knowing even who they are, not knowing any research, without making any charts? You just heard someone say, "Hey, invest into Fastly." Or invest into Amazon, or invest into CRWD. They're doing great. And you just blindly, you're like, oh, yeah, it's a great stock. Or you just see a Facebook ad on Facebook, and you're just like, oh, yeah, this seems like a good stock. So, my point is, trading stocks should not reflect gambling. You're not going to the casino and dropping $50,000 and hoping for the best, or you now. No. So why would you do the same for stocks? So the reason I'm saying is you're not gonna get rich by getting lucky. You're gonna get rich by doing your research and being prepared to make good positions on your trades. So you always need to be prepared for the markets. And the first step in being prepared is getting that education and getting that research done for your stock. If you're trading Apple and you have no idea what's going on in Apple and you have no idea they're about to split, you're gonna be shitting your ass off when the stock drops to 100. You'll be like, oh, what happened? But obviously you have more shares, but you have no idea what's going on. And actually that happened to me one time when I was first trading, 4 years ago. I just started trading. This stock to a stock split. I had no idea I was gonna do it. I never even did my research, and I woke up the next day and I'm like, oh my god, this stock. Is this stock really worth like $10? It was just 100. Like, what happened? And then I realized that I didn't lose any money. I was just confused. So be prepared, guys. Know more about the market. Know what's going on, and being prepared is what's gonna help you guys definitely make better trades. Next, we have lack of proper tools. You wouldn't have a mechanic working your car without having any tools, right? He's not gonna get those bolts out if he doesn't have a wrench. He's not gonna be able to fix your engine if he doesn't know what's going on with the engine. So essentially, what I'm trying to say is have the proper tools, and the best way I can explain this is trading is an art. And look at my art; it's beautiful, right? Art. I call this art because what I'm doing is I am doing the best analysis that I can, and just like any craft out there, it requires the proper tools and resources. And try building a house without a hammer and nails. It's not gonna happen. So what you want to do is you want to set yourself up for success in the stock market by having the right tools. This tools and the best one that I recommend is having the best broker. I use E-Trade. The reason I use E-Trade is because they have an amazing platform. They have E-Trade Pro, which if you don't know what that is they have this analysis. They have screeners. They have you can draw on the E-Trade. You can make lines. You can easily buy and sell stocks by the click of a button. So I definitely like E-Trade as my broker. If you guys want to get $50 by signing up by E-Trade, let me know. I'm gonna post a link underneath, so you guys can get my referral for E-Trade. I definitely don't recommend using Robinhood. They're just they're the worst. So once you guys learn the difference between brokers and you guys actually get E-Trade, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a huge difference. And the trading software, I use TradingView with my E-Trade when I'm trading. I like to have all my tools out in the open, so whenever I need to do something, I have the right tool available for myself to make the best decision on what I need to use to make that trade. All right. So again, guys, and the next tool is just education and resources, because education is gonna get you guys to make better trades. And then the next thing I have is going too big. And I'm sure we've all been guilty of doing this. I'm guilty of doing this. I sometimes I just I feel it. I feel it in my stomach. I feel it in my gut that a stock is gonna go up. And when I first started trading, this was one of my biggest issues, is because my gut had no idea. It was just hungry, hungry for money. And without doing the research, without the proper tools, I was not making good trades, and I was going too big on stocks that were going down, and they were down training. Um, this is pretty much self-explanatory. But I'm sure we've all been guilty of this, so I just definitely wanted to point that one out. The next step I have is just following versus learning. When people get started in trading, they have to look for a mentor to learn from. I'm here. There's many other people in YouTube, and the problem with that is you start to follow what I do without really learning why I do it. I took accounting classes in college, and you get these crazy formulas. Equity equals revenue minus losses, etc., etc. But if you don't know what any of that means, and you don't really know what's really going on, it's not gonna make sense, and it's not really gonna help you. So the best way is to actually learn what I'm trying to show you guys and do it yourself. So if I'm drawing lines, open your own trading view and follow with me what I'm doing and learn why I'm doing it. All right. So the next step is averaging down. I mean, we've all been. I've done this before, where like let's say I'm trading Apple, and Apple dips 5 cents. I'm like, oh, this must be a great buy. So and and then well, that was a really bad case. Let me use Fastly because I actually. So let's say this just goes down, and then like, oh man, this has to go up. This is just way too low, and then it goes lower, and then it just goes lower, and it just keep averaging down, thinking that it's gonna work out in the end, but it's not always gonna work out that way. Most stocks, if they're crashing, they might. You don't know how long they're gonna crash for. So essentially, what you're doing is you're making that um, you're pretty much going in unprepared. The only reason you have to go into that stock is just because it went down. So you want to make your trades as accurate and educational as you can, and cut your losses. And that's actually the next one is cut your losses. And I'm sure you guys have seen this graph before. It goes optimism is when you first buy the stock. So you're here. It goes up a little bit. Now you're at the thrill. You're like, oh yep, I'm making money. This feels great. And then it goes even higher, and you're at the euphoria. You're like, oh, this is fantastic. Like you're probably taking screenshots of your phone right now. You made a shit ton of money, and then the stock goes down. It starts to dip, and then you start to have a little bit of anxiety. You kind of like, oh man, you kind of worry a little bit, and then you get to the next step, which is denial, where you're like, oh man, this thing cannot go down any lower, and then you get to the fear, which is this goes back to averaging down, which you don't want to do is you don't want to, and then you're already too late because now you're below how much money you were making, and then you get to depression when is you pretty much lost all your money. So try to cut your losses when you can. And definitely the next step is just vengeance trading. That's just when you're mad. You're just having a bad day. You're just trading all over the place. You have no system whatsoever. You're just putting money in and out and just hoping things work out for you. You're trading with emotions, which is a recipe for disaster. So you should never make trades to make up for losses, which is another good rule. You should only trade when you have a prime setup and a solid trading plan. If you start feeling like you are trading emotionally, take a step back, take a deep breath. You don't have to keep trading. If you having a bad day, take a step back, take the day off, and then come back tomorrow with a new plan. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it for all my strategies on how to day trade, on how to be more successful at least. And I kind of want to go over some stocks that I think are really gonna be popping off tomorrow. I've been doing my own research, so I want to share my research with you guys. First, we have BA. BA has been downtrending for the last couple of days, but it's about to hit this point, which I've been looking for. So it hits here, it hits here, it hits. I just messed that one up. It hits here, and I think this would be a really prime buying point for BA at 165 or 166. Because eventually, what's gonna happen is we're gonna break this downtrend. We're gonna hit that line. somewhere around here, and we're just gonna get a nice good momentum up going up. So that's my number one. So look out for BA Monday or Tuesday. I think we're definitely gonna be hitting 165 for an easy profit right there. Next we have obviously Apple. Apple has been killing the market right now. They are just they're at the moon, and I think they're shooting for Mars. So great stock to own. The next one we have, I mean, it's high, but I think we can hit 500 and go over pretty easily. Next we have CRWD. I think this stock is just ready to pop off. I know my lines are kind of crazy, but this all makes sense to me. And I think this is gonna hit 114, and this is when we find out if it's gonna break to 117, and then 122, and then obviously 130 all the way up there. So that's just kind of what I'm looking forward to. Um, yeah, talk about Tesla. I think Tesla's way overbought right now. I would not be trading Tesla. I mean, obviously they have been very uptrending the last couple of days ever since they announced the stock split. But if you don't think that's too high, I think it is personally. So I'm staying off Tesla just because I believe it's overbought right now. I'm gonna look for a better price. And Neva's doing great. This stock has been just popping up. I think we might even see over 500. I think we might just stay over 500 for a long time. So, anyways, guys, this is just a short video. Just give you guys a little explanation on day trade mistakes and my picks for next week. I think BA is one of my strongest calls. I think if we hit here 165, we're gonna have a really strong once we break this breakthrough. I think it's gonna be very easy trade back to 188. All right, guys. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching once again. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Give me a like, give me a comment, share this video. Do whatever you guys want to do, but please give me a like. That's all that really matters for me. I appreciate you guys. Have a good day.